What's up, guys? There are 5 things that people think about and assume about residency applications that are wrong. And we're going to talk about those 5 things right now. Fix those things and increase your chances of getting into residency. What's up, guys? My name is Dr. Safo Asante. I'm a successful IMG. Successful because I'm matched, and I'm here so that you guys can do the same thing as well. I make videos on a regular basis, free videos, so you guys can watch them and increase your chances of getting into residency, and also make sure that you become successful, not just in residency, but in life in general, financially and physically, and whatever it is that you want to do. I coach people on a regular basis to help them get into residency. If you're interested, hang along. What are these 5 things that people get wrong about applying to residency? One of the things that people get wrong in applying to residency is that they think that there is no specific way that you can get into residency, and it's usually 1 + 1 = 2, which is a simple thing that you just do. You get your good scores, you just apply, and then you get an interview, and then you get in. Unfortunately, that's not the case. The reason is there are tons and tons of people applying, way more than the spots that are available, so you have to compete. And if you're competing, people always get left out. If you can't compete well, you don't make it in. It's that simple. Right? So you got to get rid of that idea that it's a straightforward thing. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. The second thing, people think that it's all about the scores. You score 250, you score 270, you score like whatever, 245. You are cinched for a residency spot, and that's not the case, right? Because you have to remember that each program has tons of applications. They can't interview everybody, so they narrow down those people that they're going to call for the interviews. And if you have good scores, sure, it increases your chances of getting an interview. But if you get an interview and you don't do well in the interview, you're still going to suck. And then the application is terrible. Some of you, your applications are horrible. I've looked at a bunch of applications, reviewed them, and they're horrible. Let me just say that. And they look at that, and of course, they're not going to call you for an interview. And then you're sitting there, I scored 250, I did all this stuff, I did all wonderful stuff, and I'm still not getting interviews. What am I doing wrong? The third thing is that it's not fair. The whole application process is not fair. That's wrong. It's as fair as it could be. As fair as it could be. The people that work the hardest either at the beginning or at the end are the ones that get in. Let me explain. I always try to say that to make your life easier in the long run, you have to work hard in the beginning. So if you work hard in the beginning and you get good scores, it makes your life a little bit easier towards the end. Doesn't mean that it makes it completely easy, but it makes it a little bit easier. Now, those of us who end up failing one of the exams in the beginning have a harder road up ahead, which means we have to put the work in at that time. Work needs to be done. So if you don't work hard either at the beginning or at the end, then it's less likely that you're going to make it into residency. The reason why all of this is the way it is because of the competition, like I said before. If there's no competition, everybody gets a spot, everybody gets in. But because there's competition, they want to see people that will succeed. The easiest way to figure out if somebody's succeeding is if there's signs of hard work. If you truly work hard, it will be obvious. The match is as fair as it can be in the situation that it is. Okay, if you truly understand the match, that's the way it works. The next myth is that your residency programs look at every application that comes their way. Every application. It makes absolutely no sense. Each program gets about 6,000 applications. 6,000 or more, maybe slightly less, but it's around that number. With all those applications, and you have a handful of people to go through those applications, who's going to have the time? While I was doing residency, while I was teaching people, if it's the residents, while I was going through the rotations, how are they going to have time to review every application? That doesn't happen. They have certain filters, and they filter people out, people that have failures in certain areas or certain things that they're looking for. They filter them out, and then they pick a specific amount of people for interviews, and then they go further into that. So a lot of people's applications don't get looked. That's a myth. Not every application is seen. And then the last myth is you did well in your exams, so you deserve a spot. Nobody deserves a spot. If you deserve a spot, what about the person that's not going to get the spot? Didn't he deserve the spot as well? Nobody deserves it. It's not for anybody. So work hard. Get the spot that you deserve. If you're having a hard time figuring out what you need to do to increase your chances of getting into residency, send me a message, send me an email, Dr. Safo Asante. The email address is thesuccessfulimg@gmail.com, thesuccessfulimg@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you guys soon. Peace.